And we're live. Hi everyone, we're back. Ah! Episode 8. We did it. Hopefully for the next 4 weeks after this, uninterrupted as we get to the end of the season for the summer. And we all get to take a little breaky poo. But we're back with Dragon Age in Darkness Unbroken. I'm just here to hang out. So if Emma wants to take charge with introductions, let's do that.
Hi everyone, it's me, Emma, Hummalou on the internet. We're here to play some Dragon Age. My question for the group today is, provided money and time and place are no issue, what is your ideal evening of entertainment?
Hi everyone, my name is Satan, or else a vamp on the internet. I will be playing Bella, the city elf rogue. And for me, there's a few things. I would definitely have some good food, whether it's going out or like really good takeout. But like somewhere I can wear nice but comfy clothes. But also after that, I will go to a rage room for like maybe 1 or 2 hours, and then have some good dessert. That's what I want. Good food and violence.
Good food and violence.
Good food and violence.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gambit, and I will be playing Arlen, or Magnificent Mountain Boy. And if money and circumstances were no object, I think I would see a sunrise from the moon.
Oh wow,
that's
amazing.
Pretty dope. I feel bad now. My answer was mid.
I set the bar pretty high, but no.
Yeah, you did set the bar pretty high.
Which is very interesting because like you could see the stars even in the middle of the day in the moon on the moon because there's no atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna see the sunrise with the full.
It's going to be very romantic.
Sky. Yeah.
Yeah.
In our spacesuits.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Go to drink from a champagne glass and ting.
Yeah.
Ding.
You can tap space helmets together while you
have
watch
like
sunrise.
You have like a little straw for your champagne.
Like one of those like beer hats, but it's just champagne.
Upside down, and then you really have to suck hard because the gravity doesn't work the same.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
There is still gravity, just not as much.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Sucking hard on the moon. Okay.
Okay,
Next.
got
Okay.
it.
I think my answer to that now.
How do I top that? I don't think I can top that. That's fine. That's fine. Hi, my name is Kay Phoenix. I play Ophelia Van Kano, our Mortalitasi mage. If I could have a night of entertainment where time and money were no issue, I would probably go to like the most haunted place on the planet with like some of my best friends who are okay with that kind of stuff, and we would howl at the moon and be crazy and run around naked and whatever we want to do because it's all ours.
Sounds amazing.
Right?
I say this with all the love in my heart that I have for you, but that's so white of you. And I only say this because I know Ryan would do the same, my partner. Like loves haunted shit.
This is white culture that I can get behind. It's fine.
Something that I like to do, so.
Yeah, be naked and howl at the moon.
We enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Bloody witch ritual and the moon dancing naked. It's fine.
Well, speaking of white
We
culture,
don't have to kill nothing, but we could just run around wild and be crazy and just let it all go.
That's dope. That's
after this year, I definitely need to go scream and get out all of my...
We all need to get together and go to a range room. Is what we need to go. And just smash the shit out of everything.
Oh man, that'd be great. Hi everyone, my name is Val, or Valdrinth Roserade on the internet. This is my channel. Today I bring to you Robin, our rogue dwarf, our merchant, our hair and skincare specialist who is just here supporting her bestie in times of need. And as far as me, like, no money, nothing. Like, let's be real here. I would fly everyone that I loved and knew, and we would have an entire day of LARPing at Hoppiton. like in New Zealand.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
we would just
Getting to be a hobbit.
we're just going to go be hobbits because I don't know, like my dating profile currently says it's like my ideal situation is just to have a big enough queer polycule so we can all live in a hobbit commune, drink beer, smoke weed, and play D&D for the rest of our lives. Like that is like my ideal life.
I could dress like my little hobbit girl Camille.
Yes, so ideally I would just like turkey legs, ale, just go live in Hobbiton, like maybe not even just
Don't
for
forget
the night.
potatoes.
Yeah, and potatoes, of course, potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. But yeah, we would
Okay.
just go be hobbits. Like that is my ideal night out, which is not a sober one. If it is, then you're not being a hobbit correctly.
Yeah, you're not a hobbit if you're sober. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Unless you are
Can't hobbit
sober for your own mental well-being,
Uh-huh.
then it's fine. We will have bubbly
Mhm.
water for you, or duels. Anyway,
Mocktails.
yes, mocktails, absolutely. Cool. You can be high on Hobbit life. So hey, there's lots to go over. I don't even have my spreadsheet open. Hey, a couple things. This is a viewer-affected game. You can create the game with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies, give us a reroll. You subscribe to the channel. You can give us some crits, which is stunt points and all that great goodness, which is wonderful. And if you donate money, $5, you can give us focus points, which we only get when we level up, which are super powerful and makes us do cool things. And if you give us $10, you can have an entire NPC created. However, I think we have had an NPC donation as well.
It has been mentioned. You haven't found them yet.
We
But...
have not found them yet, but there is an NPC going around. And yeah, so if you want that, you can donate through Coffee or Streamlabs. Just let me know in chat where it goes, because sometimes my alerts for Coffee or Streamlabs doesn't always do. I don't even think I got my Nightbot correctly. I got distracted. Anyway, I'm done. Emma, go ahead.
Okay. So last session, the group spent some time at the Perfume Spring Brothel, where they had a delicious lunch. Robin had an even tastier dessert, and they met an adorable worker named Orlana.
Beef and cheesecakes.
Beefcakes and cheesecakes. The group go to a private room when their information man Rylan comes and catches back up with them. They learn that the merchant prince Bruno Aguilar, he's a bit of a public enemy #1 at the moment, has been doing secret trade deals with the Canary in Saharan. Dun dun dun. After inquiring with the owner about the mysterious elf Selir, he also showed up at this private room suspiciously swiftly, I will say. He answers the group's questions while Ophelia gawks at him, rather slack-jawed. Girl's thirsty, what can I say?
Mm-hmm.
After some tiptoeing about what they are actually up to, Bella does inform him that they have some plans to break into a merchant prince's home for some revenge, and a desire for her to meet up with her father. Seer claims he can help with both. A meeting can be arranged with the infamous Marco Delamort and blueprints of the home of said merchant prince. They also discuss the fact that Ophelia is trying to find her great. Is he 3 greats? Her uncle Rizzo. Yeah, her great uncle Rizzo. Or the Rizzler, as we've dubbed him.
Yeah.
He's missing and suspected to be with a woman with the surname Vondis. He says that he does know a Vondis, but it is Ilanara that he knows, who does have a home of sorts here. He agrees to help. While he agreed to help Bella because it involved injustices towards elves, which he seems to have a particular penchant for, let's call it. there was a price to helping Ophelia because you're not enough. And his price was actually just that they promised to rescue every elf in her service as unharmed as possible, servants, which they agreed to. At the end, Bella tells him that the person that they're going after is called Bruno Aguilar, and he pauses and says that that's very interesting. Then she goes outside, and there's a brief mention that she wants to talk to him about Eluvians. This too, he smirks at, pauses, and finds very interesting. He agrees that he will send word to them when he is ready, and they will meet back up at the perfumed spring. That will not take terribly long. With the remainder of your day, what would your group likely have been doing? Anything notable?
Notable?
I think at this point I'm just on a culinary adventure, so I'm gonna be tasting things.
Exploring Antiva with your stomach.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is this the same day?
Just seeing what you would have been doing that day. Yes.
Okay.
It's not going to take him very long to get back in touch with you, but
Okay. Should we okay, so we said that is this woman still in Antiva as well? We said that? With the okay. Should we try are we waiting on Sully to tell us where she is, or are we trying to suss out where she is?
Yeah, he is getting you information and blueprints about both buildings.
Okay.
And also arranging the meeting with your dad. I'm just seeing, we don't have to do like not for the whole session, just briefly, what would you have been doing that day while you were waiting?
I mean, I could be like, hey, Robin, would you like to, while we're waiting for information, see Antivan oil wrestling?
Yes.
Okay.
With every fiber of this dwarven being, every hair, every cell, every parasite. Yes.
Hey.
I don't have parasites. I bathe way too often. I have far too much oil on me.
Just slide right off.
like they bite me and they're like, that's poisonous.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we could, yeah.
I'm assuming the gang are all going.
Oh yeah, the gang's all here.
Oh, I'm rolling with that.
Yeah. You can get meat there. Speaking of LARPing, you could probably get, just some turkey legs and some beer.
Turkey legs and beer.
Let's get some turkey legs and beer, and then we'll go to the arena.
Okay. You would know, Bella, that it's kind of like 2 areas for going to see this as entertainment. Once a month in a more grander arena where the city can kind of gather, and certainly at certain times of year, like Saturnalia, you can see big grand scale Antivan oil wrestling where everyone can enter, and often pretty much everybody does. There's an opportunity to just throw your hat in the game, and whoever comes out victorious right at the end is the one that wins. But they do happen on a smaller scale at a different area, and you can take the group there.
Yeah.
To see that of an evening.
I feel like winner or loser or audience member, we really are all victorious at the end of this.
Yeah, very much so. So where you go is kind of like we don't have them over here. Interestingly, where medieval British history started, but when they do like the medieval British places you can go to get entertainment in America, you eat your food and there's stuff.
Medieval times. Medieval times. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Similar to that, you go into this building that's mostly enclosed, so that if it's raining, which it often does here, you're sheltered you can pick up some food and some drinks of your choosing to go and sit down. And the place, you can smell the fragrant oils that are used in this. The whole place is just kind of permeated by it. And when you sit down to get comfortable and you kind of wait, and then you hear this caller come out and they announce who is competing for the night. And most of you don't know what to expect. In fact, all but one of you don't know what to expect here.
You guys are going to love this. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And who steps out into the ring are several people of varying gender identities, all only wearing shorts, because everybody gets to have their titties out. And they are like head to toe. It's like somebody grabbed them by the ankles and just dipped them into a vat of oil.
Dip them like a chicken nugget.
They are greased up. Yeah.
So
Is that how you eat
what
your
is
chicken
the
nuggets?
hair situation?
Greasy.
Greasy?
Well, because they're dipped in oil.
Probably.
So-
Well, no, there, because it's usually poured on and kind of slathered. If you, by the way, audience and also players, if you haven't already, checking out
Turkish oil.
photographs. Yeah. Turkish oil wrestling. They kind of pour it on. So usually it's not on your head.
Yeah.
It's just all over your body and your shorts. They're all wearing quite thick leather shorts. And they get ready for wrestling. And what you see is something that I mean, it looks like this should be adult entertainment, because the aim is to get somebody off their feet and onto the ground, and everybody's covered in oil, so everyone's quite slippery. So it's a difficult task to do. And the best way to get like a good grip on someone is to get your hand down into the shorts to like get between the legs, so to speak, not grabbing at junk, but between the legs, to get enough leverage to flip them over.
Bella's explaining this. Like,
yes.
No, this is a simple wrestling tournament.
Turkish oil wrestling is only men that do it, and it is exceptionally homoerotic. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so you get, and there's cheers, there's calls, there's a lot of merriment. There's some people who are some plays of music along with it, and when things get tense, the music kind of gets tense as well. You are able to get suitably drunk. And Robin, this is interesting, given what you are hoping to achieve business-wise. Going forward, this is a form of fighting entertainment you had not considered, perhaps. It's quite interesting, and you can see that down at the side, seemingly organizing this and perhaps in charge is a Canary woman who is just delightful.
Delightful, you say.
Yes.
Would I know, like, is this person been running this for a while? Like, would I know them?
A few years. Her name is Magdalena, or just goes by Magda. Very much Stabishoff, born out of kind of like, is not has not been raised around the culture of her people. Yeah, very much Antivan. But she runs a tight ship. She's very organized, you know, she's got Virgo energy, but knows how to have a good time equally, and ensures that all the fighters get drinks afterwards and their knees tended to. It's great.
Do you think Bella would like know her at any point with what she was involved with? I don't think she would like rigged fights.
Yeah, there would be no rigging. It's up to you if you would have encountered her for some reason or another. But
you know the crew when she was back with Orca, they would get drunk and bet on. It's like going to the bar and watching the game. It's like what they would do, get drunk and bet on oil wrestling.
You
I think
definitely
she would just know her from afar. But
you'll absolutely know of her. But yeah. She's the kind of the person in charge here. This is her thing, her baby.
Yeah. She'll explain that to them. That's Magda. She's in charge. Do not try to rig fights because she will drop kick you, and not in a good way.
You're not wrong.
I posted some pictures in our in Darkness Unbroken chat for you guys.
Yeah. Turkish oil wrestling ones.
Yeah.
Those are some man.
Yeah.
Very oiled.
Yeah. You'd be surprised at how many people like fight over trying to be like the oil person on this thing. I mean, obviously you probably wouldn't be surprised, but like it never goes on like unfulfilled. Like that job's always filled. Someone's always the oiler.
Yeah.
Just get to like, you know.
I'm gonna say I honestly expected them to have shorter shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the way it's been
Yeah,
played, I
it-
expected more like
They could have shorter shorts
Yeah,
in
I
Antigua,
thought
that's
of
fine.
like briefs, like
Yeah.
Like sumo wrestlers, like
Yeah.
or even
Yeah.
or just like actual like even like a lot of the like today's like entertainment wrestling like just have like briefs on essentially. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no,
all that
it's-
but oiled down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
would
they're
just
longer
say
because you
shorter
have to be able
shorts
to
would
get.
make
Because
it
the thing
more
is, if you
erotic,
if you had shorter shorts, you would just go in through the bottom of the shorts, and they would
Uh-huh.
potentially rip. Because they would rip, they need thick, sturdy,
Yeah.
like those. That's thick leather that they're wearing.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Men in leather,
Yeah.
oiled up, wrestling, shoving their hands down each other's pants. It's
Yeah.
great.
I'd like to see if it's possible for me to go and bet on those fights.
You can see that there are a number of official places taking bets. You can
kinda like
roll
a
a
horse
perception
race, so you
check, like a
have, like-
seeing one, if you want to see if there's any unofficial things going on. But there are two very clearly marked and signposted areas for you to go, where you can place your bets, and then where you would go and collect any winnings that you have.
Is it kind of like with like horse races where you have like the? It's not. Is it bookies? I don't know. You
Yeah,
know, the
bookies.
people that-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you would know, Bella, that you are not allowed to do unofficial bets
Yeah.
here. If you are found out doing unofficial bets, she'll deal with you.
Yeah. Bella, if you tell Bella that you're trying to look for bets, she's like, it's not worth doing the unofficial.
Do it over there.
stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it over there.
Okay, I'm gonna go and do it officially.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I'll go with him. I'll bet some money.
All right.
don't
I
have a
know
lot,
nothing
but-
about this, but we'll see.
Okay.
My dear Magda, she's beautiful. I just saw the picture of her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in roll 20. So you can roll. But no, because you're not looking for. You're going to official ones.
Looking for the
Um,
official.
Yes. How much money are you looking to bet? And are you just literally picking like a horse in a race, just being like that guy?
Do they have like odds of winning?
They do. I have not prepared an odds table,
Okay.
so we can just. I will roll for winnings.
Okay.
But
I'll take care of a safe bet at first. I'm gonna go with 5 silver.
5 silver. Okay.
I'll go for like a good 10 silver on someone.
Okay. Fair enough.
That leaves me at 69 silver.
Nice.
Nice. Very good.
Numbers are funny.
So I believe, if I am not mistaken, there's a gambling. Yep, gambling's in communication. If you can roll a gambling roll for me. If you don't have gambling, you're rolling communication.
Can I use seduction?
No. And whatever you get in your dragon dice is how much gold you win.
3.
Nice.
14.
Nice.
Oh, I got 13, and the number on my dragon dice is 3. Sorry.
Yeah. It's fun.
I can't believe I don't have betting.
Gambling, yeah. Okay. So, you guys make a Bitcoin. Everybody gets to watch the entertainment. I'm curious, what does Ophelia make of the oil wrestling?
she has questions.
Yeah. I can answer those questions for you.
I'm certain that she's seen like contests and stuff like that. Like the men of Navarra have
Yeah.
joustings, probably similar to like Orlesian gaming and things
Yes,
like
and
that.
and like because dragon hunting and wyvern hunting is such a big thing, like hunting competitions and archery and fighting skills, like they're a very militaristically prowess kind of driven place. So yeah, you'll have seen all manner of conversations. Never with this much skin on show that's all
Right,
like
skin, this
literally
much
dripping in
oil.
oil.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I don't think anyone has seen that before. This appears to be a rather uniquely uneven experience.
Right. So she would be like, why are they oiled? Like, it's
Well, it makes
mundane
it harder
question.
to like it
Yeah.
makes it harder to grasp the other person instead of just regular wrestling, you know, so you're having trouble slipping from each other's grasp, makes it harder to put the other one on the ground, you know.
So yeah, she would just have a whole stream of mundane questions and
Yeah.
just be watching. But I don't think she would bet or anything like
Yeah.
that. I don't think she would sit and watch and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Which is usually which is unusual for her. Normally she
Yeah.
doesn't talk. She'd be writing in her journal, but there are a lot of people around.
Mm-hmm.
So
So that will answer half of your question. This is like
Right.
we're bonding, right? Is this bonding? I think so.
Oh man, as long as we can have a great time and scream in elation when people are trying to lift each other up by the seam of their pants.
Yes,
True.
quite literally. There's probably a moment where you see someone like getting their hands down the back of someone's shorts and getting right in there. You're not sure what they're grabbing hold of. And they basically just flip someone arse over Tico, and there's like a big whoa from the crowd at the sound of him smacking into the sand.
Is there any like a kind of smack talk before they engage in the wrestling?
No, it's it seems like everyone is in it for a good time. You suspect some may be in it for a drunken good time as well. It looks like a couple of like they'll do it. There's some laughter going on in the thing. Some people are taking it very seriously. There's quite a number. There's probably about 12 or so people in there to begin with, and then they slowly start taking each other out until there's just a couple left. But they are it's an entertainment.
It's less smack talk and more butt smacks.
Finger up the butt. Robin, is there any particular takeaways for you as you were watching this?
Yes. The big takeaway is that this is, as much as it is entertainment and very entertaining, it doesn't necessarily have the theatrical feel that she's sort of going for.
Yep.
Even though like she is definitely learning a lot. But it's like, okay, like she's kind of looking at this and thinking about how cool it would be to have like someone who is a character of Turkish oil wrestling, or excuse me, oil wrestling,
riling up the crowd,
Yeah.
getting chants going, yeah,
and how that would be faced off against an Avar entertainer, like the logistics of that. And it's like, and that's what's kind of starting clicking in her brain is that, oh, I can have different
like
types
elements of this,
different types of fighters fighting each other for entertainment. And that is a click that happens, like that she didn't think about before.
Yeah, because this is very different to what happened in the Avar, which is also very different to what you are starting to formulate is something that you want, because even with the Avar, it was their own people versus your people, so it was very much, you know, there was two teams and there was, you know, like there was odds, there was something at stake. Still entertainment, still not done with the intention of like, you know, killing or injuring anyone. This is less personal than that, with less stake in it. There's the entertainment factor, the fact that everybody's slathered in olive oil and getting their hands down into each other's butts. But
and there's like this moment in thought. It's just because she's got this brain that just starts to like make all these connections. Okay, then you have the Ferelden, then you have the Arlegian, and then you would have the Tabashath. And then she's like, oh, wait. This can replace war. Like, it's like instead
world peace by wrestling.
You can just root
fun
for your fighter.
Yeah.
And it could be a form of pride. Like, and all of a sudden it's just like,
yeah, or like somebody who's very purposely being the villain as well, because that's quite entertaining too.
Like there's like this moment because like, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand so far in Thetis, there isn't sort of like this multinational like league of sports or entertainments.
No.
Yeah, and so her brain is just like, wait a second, like this can be more
I
than
can combine all of this.
This can be this like it's going to
You could go on tour.
like, and then everyone would travel to different cities, and then you could have like people like specifically bards that would tell the stories of like the previous like, oh my god, like she's
you
like,
could get the infamous merchant come storyteller Varric Tethras writing a story about the characters of it.
yeah, and just I'm like her whole like, this is what's going on the inside, but on the outside you just see her like at the edge of her seat, and I'd probably like next to Ophelia because we didn't go do betting. I don't think Ophelia went to bed. I don't know if I missed that or not.
No.
Yeah, like sitting on the edge of their seat, there's like the ale in one hand, but there's like a straw in it and the turkey leg in the other, and it's just like like trans.
Yeah.
I feel like Robin is basically that Kronk gift that's like, oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It's all coming together now.
I was more thinking like they have like 2 gold coins instead of eyes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
but
holy
you know,
shit,
at
I'm
least
about to win capitalism is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. You could be like, does the Antivan, are they gonna be more like in the shadows, dark crow style, or do you want a big oiled up Antivan like this? Like,
there's a
you could
moment
have,
it's like,
you could
I
have
can
like
have
2 different ones. You could have like a team.
yeah, how are you gonna
Yeah.
boil down the essence of a country into their fighters?
Yeah. And it's like, and all of a sudden it's like, and then that means a tourism business will happen because people will travel to different arenas to see.
I feel like you probably hear her just say
That herself.
and then people can tour.
And it's like, I will. Oh my god, the gods.
Yeah.
The ancestors. Like, by the like having a moment, yeah. Which is great. I can't see anything right now, by the way, guys. It's just why I'm not looking at my screen because it's just so blurry. Like, I'm
yeah. A bad idea
today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. While all this is happening, Bella, there's a moment, and you who are very aware of your surroundings, and particularly yourself, sense of self and personhood in your body, you feel when you make a turn to go back, you kind of feel whatever outer you're wearing sort of like knock against you, and there's a weight in your pocket that was not there before.
Okay, she will wait till she sits down, and then just slip her hand into her pocket and grasp whatever was there. Just take it out, like just under her lap, not like, oh, look what I'm looking at.
Yeah. It is a little sort of like statuette of a hare, like a rabbit, like a hand. There's like a bit of paper stuck to the bottom of it.
Can she look around just for?
You can do a perception check. Yeah.
Seeing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting them right this time. Was it searching?
Seeing's fine. Yes, searching is looking for lost things. So I guess it depends on what it is you're.
I'm
trying
looking
to
for
achieve
see if the person that did it, if I can spot whoever did it.
That's technically searching then.
Okay.
Yeah.
16. I'm a grandmother.
My grandmother. Okay. There are so many people here. And
spot to do this.
There's nobody necessarily looking at you or slinking away in a suspicious way. and like you're clocking a
I
lot
don't
of
hear the
people,
Pink
and
Panther
you're
song
good
somewhere.
at that. Yeah. And you're good at that. So the implication, I guess, is either you were caught slipping, which isn't likely, or whoever did that's
It's better than
very
me.
good at what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will. Yeah. She will take the little note out of the little statuette of a hair. Little piece of-
There is there's a drawing on it, and the drawing is two sloped hills with a stream trickling down it, which you know is the emblem of the perfumed spring. But there's like it's been shaded in to look like the night sky with a little moon in the sky, which may
Go
imply
there at
to
night,
this evening.
basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it just
She'll-
looks like a very beautiful, very well
Yeah.
done, actually. A little
Yeah.
sketch of
So there's
a little
artiste-
nighttime scene, maybe.
She will put the little note back in the stash and just put it back in her pocket. But she won't mention anything in here. She'll just continue enjoying her time with her friends.
And
once it starts getting
enjoying
later,
it, you
then,
do, yeah. You guys can get as merry as you choose, which may be not at all. It may be a lot. It may be just the slightest of buzz that you can walk off. But there is ample food and drink here. And probably like a little section that is raised slightly and away from the main eatery area, but you can go and get like hookah pipes and stuff there, so you can like have a smoke while you're watching the games if you want.
Bella would have definitely gotten one of those for the group.
Oh, a hookah pipe? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We put some elf
Yeah.
meat in it.
Yeah,
She should be like,
absolutely,
Ophelia,
yeah.
have you ever smoked before?
Once.
Would you like to try it again?
Sure, it's okay.
Takes a moment. Have you ever
This has a lot
have you
of-
ever smoked elf fruit before?
That I have not done.
We can put it in the hookah pipe.
Did not know
Just
that you could
like
smoke
I
it.
just look at Bella and like a
Bella
part of
starts
me
opening the hookah pipe to like get everything out.
Here we
It's
go.
like,
Puts her
Alright.
hand out for the elf fruit.
Here's the thing, Ophelia. I want you to understand that you will
Be popular.
Yeah, okay. Listen right now. Lots of things can happen. You could feel amazing and you could feel like you're dying. If you feel like you're dying, I want to reiterate you are not.
We'll give her.
I just want her
puff.
to be able to fully consent
Yeah, no,
before it
for sure.
happens.
For sure.
Like-
If she consents, we'll give you a singular, maybe 2 puffs. See how that gets you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying I will not be sober?
Exactly.
You will not be sober, but it is different from alcohol.
Yeah, you'll still be very conscious of. We're not going to get you extremely high.
Right.
You'll still be conscious of your surroundings.
So I could possibly lose control of my magic in a public place.
Is that what happens? Like when you're,
This is why I do not drink.
Okay, we'll save it
public.
for the house if you want.
It's like in
Bella
public.
says taking a puff out of the hookah pipe.
It's like, I don't know.
Robert
I
been
mean-
quiet this entire time, just like, do it.
Robert is giving you the space to make your own decision.
Because he's
Robert
seen it
is with
before.
us.
Because you're a grown woman. He's like, you know what? Listen, in the safety of your own home or a circle or like the necrop where
Right.
mages can consume things.
Right,
you know,
which is what they
fair
usually do.
But he doesn't interject or A, try to egg you on, or B, try to stop you. There is a risk, given the nature of what we know that drugs like that can do for you, and also drinking alcohol, and the way that magic works in this world, because it's a slightly mind-opening, altering substance. It can leave you a little more open to a connection with the Fade, both good and bad.
Right.
You're maybe a little more susceptible or at risk of spirits, entities from the Fade being able to influence you. Equally, you know, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. Should I make you roll for it just for the banner? I think you would know anyway. I'm going to make you roll.
Okay.
Because I could potentially go quite deep here with it, but I want to see if she would know. It's a magic roll. Technically speaking, it's in the realm of spirit, so I know that you have a focus in it, so you can roll with your focus.
Sure. 20.
Yeah.
I think she knows.
Given that an 18 is like epic, like because the way that the 3d6 system works with this, like 11 is a success for easy things, and then it kind of goes up from there. Once you get over 18, that's like legendary. You know that there is a type of mage called a dreamer, and they were prized and very sought after, both within Trevinter Imperium. You may know, I can't imagine you actually know a whole lot about it, but the ancient elves used to have a big thing about the dreamers as well. I don't need to tell you as Kay, because you know.
Yes.
But dreamers are different to other mages. All mages can be in the Fade when they're sleeping because they're connected to the Fade. Nobody else can do that, just mages. But dreamers can physically alter the Fade when they're there, like build things out and affect things that are there. So you suspect this kind of substance. It makes sense that, like, if you were a dreamer mage, you would probably enjoy stuff like this. It would make it even easier to do that, or at least encourage dreams, like being able to step in at night. So for you right now out in public,
Right, it's just like, we'll wait until we're at home.
I'll try it when we get back to Uncle
That's
place.
fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Because she's not, if she had taken it regularly and stuff like that, then she would be able to still control herself. But if it's her first time,
you have to develop a tolerance.
Let's not try this in
Yeah.
public. Where she can just be raising dead people, buried in the catacombs.
You probably heard a lot of horror stories,
Hilarious,
which I imagine is very much a thing of like they can't, like in circle towers, they can't allow the mages to try anything because there probably has been young mages who are still learning, who haven't quite done the passing of the tests, that are still learning how to control their magic. They'll sneak some alcohol and drink it, and then probably like get possessed and become abominations. Like, and they're not necessarily just like horror stories to scare you. Like, there is actually probably documented evidence of this actually happening.
So in this case, dare actually works.
Uh-huh.
To prevent people from actually doing any kind of substance abuse.
Yeah, dare have meetings in Circle. They'll go and have meetings, like just tell the young mages of the dangers of alcohol.
But I don't know if I trust it because they're definitely run by Templars, and so there probably could be some propaganda.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they're trying to.
They don't have a
like
dare
anti-mage
counselor.
sentiment.
It's like a youth pastor.
Yeah.
You know who also had Riz? Right. So anyway.
By the way, is Robert present with us? Skull and
Robert
all?
is always with us.
You'll
All right.
probably be invisible right now, though, I imagine. Correct?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we're out in public, I've asked him to be invisible, but he's always there. So you can still hear him, Arlen.
Nice.
There's probably some commentary about what's going on the like while you guys are having this conversation. He's maybe paying attention to the oil wrestling and is making some commentary.
Is it
you think
lewd
Uncle Rizzo?
commentary?
Yeah, you think Uncle Rizzo enjoys that, and maybe if Uncle Rizzo, not Uncle Rizzo, sorry, Robert, not the same person. Robert, perhaps either as a spirit, or if Robert was a person before who died and this is the spirit, because you're not really 100% certain, he's just been summoned. Seems to enjoy oiled up men. Who knew?
I'm gonna see if I can converse with Robert and make commentary with him on what's happening. Just thinking that he's like over my shoulder, just floating.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he can come hang between the two of you.
Nice. Sorry, I'm stealing Robert.
He's invisible, and you're like the only other person than Ophelia that can hear him. So I imagine
you're just talking to yourself.
This just looks like people probably just assume you're not okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's
Oh,
alright.
yeah.
The
Yes.
more not okay we look, the less people will bother us.
Yeah.
That is true. Give. They will give this large man a wide berth.
Yeah.
Wider than usual.
Yeah, wider
Yeah.
than usual. It's like, oh, he has these large weapons. He is a large man, and
there's
he's-
something mentally wrong with him.
and he is,
He talks to
My
himself.
type.
and he hears voices. Like,
My type.
Yeah.
All the
You know,
red
some
flags.
people might be, you might have like a woman who's sitting there just looking at you like, I can fix him.
Another one's like, I can make him worse.
I can make him
Oh.
you see some people clearly discuss it. I don't know if Arlen would be paying attention to it. Perhaps Robert will be the one to point it out because he is rather very aware of surroundings, given that he's just a spirit. And be like, my dear boy, the people over there are trying to speculate how you would do if you were in the ring. Their commentary is a little bit colorful.
Mhm. Damn, he's
Ooh.
sucking hard here too. It's like
On the moon,
Sucking
or
teeth.
in Ferelden, or in Tiva.
he's always sucking hard.
I'm always sucking. So,
Oh my.
who's talking shit, Robert? Who's talking shit? I'm gonna look
Oh,
around.
I don't think they're talking shit. They're rather appreciative of your physique.
Of your stature.
They're just down there at your to your left.
I look right. What? No.
The other left.
I know. So they're just admiring my beautiful physique
Yeah, there
while
are a
still
couple.
dressed.
There's two women and a man. They look uneven. Are sitting and when you look over, like a couple of them are looking at you when you do, and they kind of like all do that, like don't make it obvious. But yes, it seems that they were admiring and also wondering what it would look like if you were in leather shorts and covered in olive oil.
Robert, I think I'll do something stupid.
Oh, excellent. Don't tell anyone else you're doing it.
Okay, I'm gonna get up.
Ophi, darling, you didn't hear that.
Sorry, guys. I need to go to the big man room. I'm gonna-
Is it just a trough that you just?
Yeah, they just put ice cubes in it to let the water irrigate.
Okay. Fun.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to go and see if I can sign up. I'm gonna see if I can find the. No,
Okay.
I don't tell anybody anything. I'm gonna keep it to myself because I am a little bit impaired, and I have a little bit of winning, so I'm feeling lucky.
Feeling good. Feeling fresh.
Okay. You're directed that if you want to compete, you have to go and speak to Magda.
Oh, I'm making
it
a.
seems that the matches tonight are kind of done, but you will get the opportunity to come back if you want, or you can just kind of try
Come
to
back.
just go in tonight anyway. I guess it depends
Just
how
let
much
me
you
in.
pay her.
Like-
So you're directed towards this Canary woman from a distance. You can see her because she's taller than the humans that are around her. She's got big head of long curly hair, horns that are the same sort of black that her hair is, that sort of curve back, and dressed in she looks nice. It's not extravagant, but it's not basic either. Well attired. And as you start to approach her, you realize that actually, for the first time in a very long time, you meet someone who is meeting your eyes. She is as tall as you are.
That's gonna take me back for a second.
You don't have to
You're
look down.
used to seeing people, and when you approach, you're kind of usually at least a head and shoulders above everyone else. And the Canary that you have encountered briefly are usually pretty tall. rare that they are quite at your height, because you're sizable even by average standards. As is she. Hello?
My dear madam, would it be possible to throw my hat in the ring?
You're not wearing a hat.
I'm wearing a helmet, you're correct.
Are you wearing a helmet right now?
No, but technically I'm wearing a helmet as part of my armor, but no, I'm not wearing a hat.
Okay. You wish to partake in the fighting?
Yes, I'd love to see if I can test my luck and my aptitudes. It seems to be very technical, but I'm pretty sure I got what it takes.
There's like a moment where you're not sure what emotion is kind of ranging over her face, but her lips are trying their best to curl into a smile, but she keeps a professional face on. All right.
Also, think of all the possible winnings you could get out of the 2 betting stands. Newcomer comes in, could bring people to try and bet for who wins, who loses, as a bet would go. It could be financially rewarding.
Do you have any training in fighting like this?
No, I do not. But I am trained in fighting. I have the mind, the body, and hopefully the soul of a great warrior.
All right. Purely for the entertainment, you could throw your hat into the ring tomorrow, should you wish, or you can wait a couple nights, and we will be doing the monthly in the bigger arena. Which would you prefer?
Okay, part of me wants to impress the 3 people that were just pointed out to me. So I'm trying to see if I can find a way to get in there tonight. Let's see. What can I say?
Tonight? Oh,
No, that was my
you're processing
monologue.
over the table
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
You could impress us more if you go on the big one. I'm just saying. You want to go to the big tournament? Big boy style?
All right, big boy style. I'm gonna want to go to the big event.
Where the biggest of boys are.
All right.
The biggest. I mean, yes.
You will need to get yourself a pair of the shorts. I could provide some for you, but we don't have any this large.
They will have to be custom made. I'll find a leather shop.
There are a few that sell for these fights. Specifically, you may just need them altered. That will take less time.
Perfect. I just need to know when and where, and I'll be there.
All right. Go and see my assistant over there. They will give you the details. What name am I saying is fighting, and from where?
I'm not sure if I should give my actual. Yeah, screw it. Arlen from. I probably forgot the place because I.
The Frostback Mountains?
No, from Frostfangs.
Okay.
Frostfangs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arlen. Sky Shield. The whole shebang.
Arlen's Sky Shield of the Frostfangs.
Someone is going to be really mad that you did this without speaking to your manager first.
Whoops.
Wait, you're my manager?
He is now.
Well, I'm gonna have to come back and at least tell you guys, and then I'll be able to hire you as my manager.
I will enter you for the competition.
Can't wait.
Me too.
I'm gonna get destroyed.
Your
I'm gonna go see
words,
the
not mine.
Win or lose, we're all victorious.
Exactly.
Um,
I'm gonna see the assistant, get all the details.
yeah, they will give you a little leaflet that basically has the where to go and how to sign up kind of deal. She turns around to go and speak to her people, be like, "You will never guess what just happened."
And on
So-
my way back,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go see the 3 people.
Okay.
You
They're
guys
like
should.
chattering amongst
Uh-huh.
themselves, you know, like doing the little like beep, 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 and then they, as you approach, they kind of all like quieten down and look your way.
Come back for the big game. Get front row seats, and I'm gonna walk away.
There's some giggles from all 3 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Arlen, how'd the trough go?
Oh shit! I forgot. Anyway,
What were you doing? If not,
Yeah.
if you weren't going have trough bonding sessions with the other people.
I enrolled myself in the big match for the wrestling.
The big match?
The big
What?
match.
Okay.
Did you sign? Timeout.
Huh?
Where's your contract?
I bring up the only sheet of paper that I have info on. I didn't sign anything, as far as I know.
So you're just gonna go fight for free?
For fun, yes.
You're gonna go do free labor?
I call that more experience.
Are you at least having like a charity set up? Like, are you like you're just gonna go do this?
I just want to flip a guy over. That's all I want to
Okay,
do.
but you could one. Here's it, like, what's the
Just gonna get my
insurance?
hands up someone's
What's
butt.
the insurance policy? What's the consent form? Okay, like, listen, you can't just like go and like. Okay, you can consent to use your body in every way that you want, but you gotta make sure it's compensated, because if you break something, Arlen, we will not have you to fight our battles. And if you break something, it would at least be nice to hire someone as strong as you to like.
You need at least 3 guys minimum,
Exactly.
or
You see
3
the
women.
leaflet-
I mean, I'm inclusive.
the leaflet that you have does suggest that you will be signing a lot of waivers when you get there.
Yeah.
Listen, Arlen. Before you start negotiating your, I know that you have some, a little bit of wherewithal from your aunt when you're, just using your body for purposes of entertainment. But
Yes.
before you do that, take somebody with you, please, to make sure you're not getting screwed over.
I didn't think it would get this complicated, but
It's very
Okay.
complicated.
I'm sorry, Robin.
Bella's just sitting back, like with Ophelia, just smoking while watching these
like
two
I have
talk
like
out.
a turkey leg like pointed at
Yeah.
him. Like,
Gesticulating with the turkey leg.
She's gesticulating with her food. That means she's very angry, actually.
you like I'm not angry. I'm just really disappointed in you right
Oh,
now.
Oh.
Like,
She'll go to Ophelia and be like, "That's worse."
like you. From now on, I am your manager. Okay.
I was gonna ask you if you could be.
Good,
I'm
because
sorry.
you should have asked me before you went. First of all, I would have supported you in this endeavor. Okay, 100% would have supported you in this. But like, you wish you would just talk to me first. Is all.
I'm sorry.
You got a baby coming. Like, you gotta be careful.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Well, you're not working on it now because she's clearly not here. You haven't worked on it in about 6 weeks. But
Maybe the last time I saw her, something happened, and it's currently baking in the oven.
have you written a letter? That reminds me, I have some letters I need to write.
I mean, I think I would have written letters for 6 weeks. Yeah, I would have written home. and send it over by.
Has your monthly
Raven?
bleeds come, my dear?
Raven.
Like-
God.
Okay, maybe not that.
Send sketch of foot, please. Of it with ankle.
Tasteful ankle.
Yeah,
Tasteful
tasteful
ankle.
ankle.
Mm.
You should
Yes, yes.
send a sketch of your foot enveloping around a cucumber if you don't tell me.
Oh my god. I'm gonna sit down and just take my drink and
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean toward Ophelia, I suppose.
Mm.
You think I made a mistake? And I'm expecting two people to answer.
Yeah. Not at all, my boy. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Ophelia's just like tight-lipped, like, I didn't know anything this entire time. I swear I didn't know anything this entire time. Like, okay.
Is there any way you can help me, Ophelia?
Oh.
Just giving me like maybe a boost?
A boost of what?
Yeah. With the magics.
What is it you want me to boost?
Hey, I don't mean to be a party pooper because I love rigging things in my favor, but and there's a side glance to like Magda over wherever she is. I would not suggest you do anything to enhance anything for this. And this is coming from someone that's lived here and loves rigging things to her favor.
Oh man, I'm in trouble.
Because if you rig the fight, you're gonna end up fighting Magda, and you're definitely not gonna win that one, and it won't be sexy. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You don't have to, take my advice, but
I
Okay.
apologize, Arlen. My magics are more for causing weakness and paralysis. And I don't think
I
you
like
want
that.
any of those things.
No, I don't.
Bella, I imagine you may have heard a tale or two, whether they're true or not, just maybe just the building a myth around Magda, but it is supposedly that somebody once tried to steal from her, like take a purse of coin from her, and she grabbed their hand so hard that 3 bones broke.
she will say
Ow.
it's like,
True or not, you're not
listen,
sure, but
it's not even just her work, just her as a person. Like someone tried to steal a coin purse from her, and before they could even slip their hand back out, she just grasped their hand so hard with one of her hands that she broke 3 bones.
If I
Of
wasn't a
their
taken man.
hands. Yeah.
yeah.
Of the other person. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't want to know what she's going to break if you rig a fight for your favor.
Your
I hope
heart. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Goes like this, my neck. Then looks
Yeah,
down.
my neck.
Oh no.
My neck, my back.
Yeah. I'm sure
yeah,
she's
she'll break all
destroyed a
those.
few of those in her time as well.
Hey.
Okay. Anyway, you are aware, Bella, that it is
Mhm.
Officially evening time.
She
The moon
will,
is out.
Yeah, as it's getting to evening, she will say, you can all stay here should you wish, or Ophelia, you might want to come with me. But whoever wants to come with me is fine. We can all go. I didn't want to stop your entertainment.
Oh, good.
But
Soon
I
enough.
will be returning to the perfume spring now.
I'm coming. I will also go with you.
I'm sure you will.
Mm-hmm.
Are we meeting anyone in particular?
Why, yes, we are.
I'd like to come along.
Yes, that's why I said you were coming with me. I didn't. I assumed.
You were
it's a
already
great place to get a
voluntold,
drink,
yeah.
and you get thirsty so much there. So
Okay.
Everyone ready then?
Oh, I'm. Where are we going?
The perfume springs.
Oh,
Let's go. We should take everyone back.
Yeah. You're able to make your way through the streets easily enough. As again, nightlife is very much a thing in Antiva City. It is one of those cities that doesn't really sleep. There is revelry to be had. People jovial in the streets. There's some drinking in the streets. It doesn't even look like it's an establishment. 3 guys are just sat on the street with a couple bottles of wine, having a bit of a laugh. Occasionally you will see, those of you who are very observant, the movements of dark clad people through the little passageways as well. Yeah. But you're yes.
Can I roll to like searching or seeing? Listen, I'm a dumb bitch. I will never learn the difference between searching and seeing, and I will not change.
I'm looking around. I'm searching for lost things or hidden things.
I'm looking around, so I'm gonna be.
I'm just looking around. You're
I'm trying to see if anyone's following us by the rooftops.
Okay.
Okay. 18.
Okay. So you're looking for people on the rooftops?
Yeah, because you know how she got that sensation that they were being followed.
Someone's following you.
Yeah, a while back. She's trying to see if anyone's following them again.
There are instances on 2 of the streets where you do see people up there similarly dressed. Is it the same person? You're not sure, because they definitely have what could be identified as uniform in a way. So there's definitely rooftop activity as you were walking through these streets. Given how good they are at what they're doing, it's unclear if they are following you necessarily. But there isn't really a moment where you don't see someone.
Guys.
Yeah,
the crows are no fucking joke.
But you can see that they're up there. You can see that they're moving along the streets. You can't, given the nature of what their
you don't know if the
cloaks and their masks are. You can't see eyes. You can't see eyes. So you're not going to see if they're watching you.
No, she always assumes someone's following her, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's a fairly safe bet just in general. In this place, more than usual. In this place, given who you are and what you're here for, it's it's a safe bet.
It's just good to be aware.
It is very good to be aware. Lots of rooftop
activity. I wish
activity.
to have the instance of awareness with
awareness. You see. Sorry. That's a deep cut to season 1, everybody. If you haven't seen it, most of it's on YouTube.
I think exactly 50% of it is on YouTube.
Yes,
I had made,
and I think that's the rest of the 50% that's there.
Yeah, I think it's in there. Yeah.
Did you meet her then?
I think if anything, the clip is definitely in existence for that.
Yeah. But you are able to make it to the perfume spring. It looks very similar to what it was before. You can see again some revelry, scantily clad people all over the place. Nothing sexual happening here out on the floor. That all happens behind closed doors. But without even having to look in, you guys walk in and you're maybe assuming that you're going to have to look around or ask around or whatever, but you can actually see a table with 2 other elves and what appears to be 2 workers from here that are also elves, all sat at a table with Celir, and they're having a drink. There's the remnants of a meal that they've clearly had together. Some laughter and just general merriment happening at the table. And as you approach, you see him clock all of you and then gives you a little nod of the head, Bella.
Do I take that more as a come over, or I'll meet you in the room type of situation?
It's just an acknowledgement that you've just arrived.
Yeah.
So you can approach the table should you wish. It wasn't like beckoning you over.
Yeah. Just hi. I'm just really. I'm really bad at reading signs and in real life.
It's the neurodivergence. You can like I say the tisms, all the isms and the letters. You see, it's giving you the impression of, oh hey, you're here, kind of deal. You can come over as you choose.
Yeah, she will. Sadie, sorry, my cat's just opening my curtains. She will give like a nod of acknowledgement. And fine. She will then she will get a room with it's not Magda, it's the other lady that she knows. Like a private room. And then just go into that room because she prefers to talk about this like privately.
Okay.
She'll give him like a nod as she's kind of walking to the room.
All right. You're free to go, everybody. You can get drinks if you want, and more food if you feel like it. Why not? And make your way to a room. She gives you the room that you had before.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take terribly long before there's a little knock at the door.
She'll open the door with a smile.
Good evening.
Good evening, and she'll open the door like for him to walk in.
He'll walk in and give everyone a little gracious bow of greeting. I trust you've all had a good evening.
We did. I introduced them to Antivan Oil Wrestling. Entertainment for all, really.
Yes, always very entertaining.
Arlen here will be fighting in the big tournament in a few days. If you'd like to watch and place your own bets.
If I'm here, I will try to stop by. Have you done it before? He'll look up at Arlen. He's enough. He's short.
Nope.
Even better.
I feel like he's gonna bet against me.
No.
All right, insight check.
Go for it. Roll an empathy roll.
That would be under perception, if I'm not mistaken. 13. Okay.
So.
Yes. Have a seat. Have a drink.
Thank you very much.
She'll motion to a seat that is surprisingly near Ophelia.
She'll be like sitting very straight back at the edge of her seat next to near him.
He'll taking in just the general appearance of everyone, he will like clock you, Ophelia, and just be like, "Are you all right?"
Oh, I'm fine. And you?
Great.
She finds you attractive.
Okay.
Bright red. Be like, give her a look like, why did you say that?
He's like,
Why
fair
would you
enough,
do
because
this to
this
me?
could have been for a variety of reasons, but I suppose that's. Well, I'm flattered. If that's true, I don't know if she's just pulling your leg.
It's true.
Oh no, she'll turn bright red and now she can't talk. Like a 12-year-old who's like, oh my gosh, I want to tell this boy he looks really pretty, but I don't know how to tell him.
Do you like me to check yes or no?
Well, that's not where I anticipated this evening going.
I just figured
That
you'd
will
want
be
to
more
get it
for-
out of the way since she stares at you constantly. And I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable. Not that, like, you know, having her look at you is uncomfortable. She is quite an attractive young lady as well. However, it's just sort of like...
Staring has a lot of different meanings in our line of business.
Yeah, exactly. And I just wanted to make sure that the line of business was clear. That it is because you are gorgeous and she is enamored. She would never tell you
literally
this
cannot
herself.
look at anyone now.
She would not
Can't look
tell
at
you
anyone.
this.
She's
Yeah.
not making eye contact.
Yeah.
She's bright red. Like
What you do
all
with
the
that
way
information,
down.
sir, is up to you. But now that, you know, we're all on the same page as to why the human is staring, we can get on to business.
I appreciate the clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Can take care of that business on your personal time.
Yes.
Right.
Should
Once
need
she's able
be.
to talk to me, I feel
Once
like
she's
then
able
we
to
could.
talk to you, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if you don't look at her directly, she might be able to.
Okay. And he turns his sleeve ever so slightly. Just.
But that was quick. Got your little message.
We're good at what we do.
I'm sure.
I have the plans that you need for your assignment with Prince Aguilar. I do not have a layout of the Vondus establishment, but I have 2 people who work there that will be able to meet you and perhaps be able to get you in. I use the phrase work loosely.
Yeah. We can definitely do that. I can definitely get in with a disguise. She'll point her, like, just like grab her ear.
Has he seen you before? I suppose he would recognize your brother. Oh, Vondas.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
You're correct. You could probably dress up to look
I
like
meant
you
more
fit.
for Vondas than for Aguilar.
Yes.
The good thing, well, I use good loosely. The convenient thing about what she does is that she probably doesn't care to know what they all look like or their names are, so.
Not entirely true.
Oh.
They carry a mark upon their face, but I would be able to show you what this mark is, and you could perhaps try to replicate it in some way.
That would be useful, yes.
They mark them as hers.
Oh, that's lovely. More fuel to the fire, so it doesn't really matter then. But you have the prince for the merchant's prince.
I do.
Information to people with information for Vanda's job.
I do. I have also put in the request for a liaison with your crow.
I appreciate that.
It'll be in a couple of nights' time. He is not currently in Antigua.
That's all right. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat sneezing.
Oh! Sorry, I love when cats sneeze. Like I feel bad that they're sneezing, but it is the cutest sound ever.
It's very cute.
Yes. So, I'm aware that there are questions you all might have or things you want to discuss. He'll lock eyes with you, Bella, because he's not making it apparent that there was something you said you wanted to talk to him about. He's given you the option to either discuss it now or discuss it later, but he, signposting.
Yeah. Now, I do have something that I would like to, with everything else, with the prints and the information, just tell us where to meet these people, and we can do that. And once we get the prints, we'll plan on that on our own time. But I do have something that seemed like you might be more knowledgeable in. I'm not saying I'm giving to you, but I would hope for maybe some information on this. And she will reach into her bag and take out the Eluvian key that she does not exactly know.
So what you take out is it looks like a not fully round, but like spherical and flat on 2 sides, stone object, with some subtle carvings in it. It's not terribly large. Ophelia, you're aware that there is a magical register. It's not massively strong, but there is still something there.
Will I have recognized it from my studies?
You can roll me a magic roll. Or I guess I was going to correct and say you could probably roll, but that, I mean, Christ.
I'll roll something else.
Yes, one thing that she doesn't know, but like, listen, with that roll, listen, I will tell you all the things. You know everything about magic that there has ever been, ever.
You are magic itself.
With a 6
I
point
mean,
stunt.
what's a girl gonna do when she's left alone with her books? I mean,
yeah. You know, and what you know about it isn't actually all there is to know about these things. There is certain knowledge about what they are and what they do that is only available to a small handful of people, all of whom are elves. But you do know what would you know about this? Because the stone isn't actually something to recognize, because there was only ever one actual object that was a key. There are other things going about that are technically keys. This does not appear to be it. But you do recognize the carvings on it to be elven. They look very old. It's similar to you've perhaps seen drawings of mosaics and engravings and statues in ancient elven locations. And the art style is very similar to that sort of elongated look that they do, and it's all like lines. And the magic does register as something with the flavor of opening and closing is the best way I could kind of describe that. Did you mention did you say the word Eluvian when you took that out, Bella?
Not when I took it out. I did mention it to Celir last
so
time.
So he knows what you're talking about. So you've
Yeah.
just said this, and you've just presented a stone.
It's
So at the moment, you, Ophelia, are aware of the nature of the magic that appears to be on that stone. It seems like actually a fairly rudimentary enchantment, something that you know you could interact with. You know the means of just kind of allowing your arcane energy to kind of flow out of you and into objects. That's sort of like an instigator in a way, like a catalyst.
like the crystal atop my staff.
Yes, very much so. It's basically like an on-off switch, and you feel like there's something that simple and rudimentary with what she's currently holding in her hands. If they start to talk about what it is and what's going on, I will give you more information, but what you know about that stone right now is that.
Is that it's elven and old and magic? It's
elven, old, there's some magic. It feels like that's a simple enchantment, something you know you could interact with. What it's for and what they're talking about, you don't know yet, but I'm keeping your 22 with a 6 point stunt in my head, because as this elaborates, I will let you know any more that you are aware of.
Okay.
He looks at it, and you get the impression with him that he is a very well-trained individual in terms of acting conspicuous, inconspicuous when he needs to be. But there's a moment where he kind of smirks when he sees what's in your hand. I mean, I could show you what it does.
Can I do an insight check just as her character would?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if there's it's not really insight, but
it's
empathy.
It's an empathy roll. Yeah, it's in perception.
15. I'm almost a grandmother.
He does. What is it you're trying to read off of him?
If he's gonna take my stone and run.
I
don't want him to take my stone. I want to have it back after.
It doesn't look like he's intending on going anywhere. His posture is relaxed and fully in his seat. If he was intending on vanishing, you would imagine his body language would be a little more poised to act quickly, because he's in a room full of you people and he's not by the door. If he was going to take this and flit, you would see that in his body language, and he's not. He's just clearly interested, possibly entertained in some way. He seems amused.
It's not my fault. I was a city elf.
Offering, yeah. He's offering to show you what that object does.
Yeah, she will like have that pause while she's doing this kind of empathy check, and just look him over, and then take a few steps forward and just hand it to him.
He'll take it in his hand. Turn it over a couple times. Do you have any intentions? What do you know about this?
I know it's connected to the Eluvians, but I'm a city elf, and I don't have magic. There's only so much I know. I would like to know more, but if I'm being 100% honest with you.
Bless you.
Okay. He nods and sits back. Ophelia, addition to your role. When the word Eluvian is mentioned, you have heard of that before. It's not something... You're aware that these mirrors have been studied by other people, by humans, especially with the Twinter Imperium, that they are magical mirrors. And normally they are just described as such. You've only ever heard the word Eluvian when you were reading a book, and it was very hard to get, and you wouldn't have got it in the Circle Library. You probably you acquired this elsewhere. Now, given the nature of Navarra and the Mortalitasi, you're more free than a Circle Mage would be. So you can get your own materials about what you're interested in researching. This would not have been in a Circle Library because, much like anything to do with the Chantry, Elven history and culture and magic is all scrubbed. Nobody pays it any heed at all, intentionally so. They were trying to wipe them out culturally.
Like the Irish.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Scottish culture as well. The Gaelic, the Highlanders. Let's just kill them all and send them away, and you're gonna be a third die. But you heard that word when they were speaking about ancient elven cultures because you were very interested in the history of magic, I imagine. Is that fair to say?
Yes, and ways to improve the necropolis if we had magical mirrors to bamf us from place to place, if that's what we thought that they were.
Yeah,
that might be
you perhaps
interesting.
it's not something that your peers have ever shown interest in because it's elven. And I can't imagine they would have no means of knowing how to interact with it. So what you found was information about ancient elves, very, very ancient elven history. They were beings of magic. Supposedly they lived forever, but there was a lot of speculation in this book about whether that was actually true or whether this was just a myth, basically a mythos around them. And that these mirrors were used as communication devices and supposedly transport as well. The exact nature of it was probably a little harder to find, and actually the details of how that works is lost out. There weren't any books, and we know that from the games that there were no books, and what we did manage to find out as the protagonists and what have you and the NPCs we interact with, this is very, very, very limited, rare lore to know about. So you're aware that there was this supposedly that's what they were. So you actually know what the word Eluvian means. So when he says that and what you're looking at, you're starting to put together some puzzle pieces about things that you'd heard about that you had never really seen in person. And a lot of this was just speculation. He will take the rock, and you see his hands glow with some magical energy, and it almost seems to click The bottom half of what he's holding seems to go one direction, and the top half seems to go the other, as if it was literally unlocking. And he lifts off the top part, and there is a piece of paper on the inside. It's literally like two bits of rock that were magically stuck together, holding something inside.
Should we pause it there and go on break? Because it's break time, and then we'll come back in.
It is break time. You're correct. But that
a message.
you kind of see it, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, she's like, "What the fuck?"
But yes, we can absolutely.
All right, friends, we will be back in about 15 to 10 minutes. So hold your horses and just join us when we come back. Bye.